Kia ora, New Zealand. Welcome to Sweet Chain Live. My name's Matt Drake. This is episode 225. And I'm joined this evening by my co-host, Arne Burgess. Good evening, Arne.
How's it going, mate? How are you?
Yeah, very good. Now, I must preface this episode by saying we have had the motherload of technical difficulties this evening. And as a result, this combined with a little bit of sickness, which is still kicking around the Christchurch area. Producer Tom is unfortunately not with us, which has meant that I'm hosting, and you know what that's like. It's going to be like back to 2023 all over again, and who knows? Who knows? Well, we shall have to see how we get on. So, chat. Please bear with me and us as we sort of cobble our way through in an unprofessional way. Producer Tom really does a fantastic job and is giving me some information, even as we chat now, as to what I can be doing to improve things like audio, etc., which may or may not be able to be completely taken in all the time. But there we are. Anyway. How's your week been on? How's it been for you?
It's been good. Yeah, bit of work. A bit lost without my mate who's over on the other side of the world playing disc golf. But trying to get my way around the show. So yeah, doing pretty good.
Excellent. Have you managed to get out? Did you get out at all?
Yeah, I haven't played any full rounds. I just take the dog out for a walk and throw around. We've got a couple of wee nice wooded. We've got Kelvin Grove, which is a course which isn't officially opened on UDisc, but great place for the dog to run around and things like that. So it's just around the corner from Jardine Park. So so we don't have any dog parks in Queenstown. So they unfortunately have to climb up and down the mountains.
Excellent.
Terrible scenery. Yeah.
What
about yourself?
I did manage to get out for the first time since I got back from Samoa. I managed to get a rounding up at Berrenport, and it turns out, Arne, that actually you need to practice a little bit more than once every 8 weeks in order to be able to do anything of any significance on a golf course. As I managed to sort of struggle around, I think I got about 2 birdies the whole day, which was slightly disappointing, but that's how it is. But it turns out that you only need to play 18 holes because I played the 18 and then we had a little bit of time at the end, so I thought, we'll just play the first 6 as a quick whip round before we go home. And I got a birdie on 1 and then hit the chains on hole 2, which was amazing. Which would have been a lovely surprise. But nevertheless,
I would like to get you to analyse the stats of how poor my disc golf game has become since I joined the board of NZDG.
Okay.
Because I feel like despite the amount of hours I put into the sport, I'm getting so much worse.
But
I never have time to practice.
It's not hours. It's not hours into the sport playing it. I think there's an inverse relationship there between hours put in organising and setting up disc golf. Has an inverse relationship to your playing ability. I think everybody would attest to that one. So,
but there's that moment in a tournament where it's about 6 holes in. And I'm sitting there going, why the heck do I do this to myself?
Well,
why?
It's funny you should bring that up because very soon, actually, you will be able to tell you exactly how your game has improved or otherwise since you became NZDG board member. More on that in a few weeks' time. Anyway, back to today's show. We've got a great show lined up for you today. First up, we're going to go through some hot scores. Then we've got 3-time world champion Sarah Wadsworth is going to be joining us. She's going to be doing a giveaway, Arne. She's got 2 fantastic discs to give away, so we'll find out from Sarah what the question is that you need to answer, and it's going to be get your answers into chat, and we'll have a duck race a little bit later on to find out the winners.
Cool.
Then we're going to go through some results. Most notably, Johnny Wake at World Amateurs this week just gone. Then there's 2 events coming up this weekend, which is the Midwinter Classic and the Ashburton Disc Golf Open on Saturday and Sunday, respectively. We're going to be looking through the odds going into those 2 events. As there's some pretty. There's some pretty stacked fields in across the divisions there, so some opportunities to get your tips in. Remembering, of course, that we're nearly entering the final week of season 3 of Sweet Chain Tipping, which is when the lights go out in terms of what bets other people have put on, and so for the final month of September, you will be blind to the other bets people have made. So look out for that. You'll also get your monthly stipend at the beginning of September. Also, we've also got power rankings, and I think with no Disc Golf Valley tonight, unfortunately. Did you have a code set up, or did it not? Did it just
crash?
I
tried, but then my phone just crashed it.
Oh,
so,
did it? Okay. Well, my apologies, everybody. Yeah. We will play a bit of Disc Golf.
I can assure you that I was 9 down. Everyone, I was
9 down in one go.
Down through 9.
That's a shame. Yeah. Shame it wasn't recorded. Anyway, look, there is a way in which you can help us to test whether the stream is working or not. Just underneath the chat window or the video window, you can see a thumbs up button. If you could click that thumbs up button for us, that would be fantastic and lets us know that what we're doing is good. And there's also a little button next to it which says subscribe. Now, you won't believe this, Arne, but 1 in every 4 people... 1 in every 4 people is not subscribed. So
it's sheer and utter laziness, really, isn't it?
That's it. I don't know.
Just laziness.
I don't know what's going on. So yeah. But anyway, look, we're gonna go and hang on a second. We're gonna be doing hot scores now. So Arne, take us through the south.
Yeah, sure. All right, we'll head down to the south, Queen's Park, with Joseph going around Queen's Park with a 12 down. Over to Chingford and Dunedin with Oscar Shepherd Morrison going around Chingford in a 5 down. Brockville's Nicholas McDermott down 6 down. Heading over to My Way Flight Park, Amos Brayfogle 7 down. Over to the Gardens, Stiff Meister, we might as well just plaster his name on the hot scores, 13 down. Mundo McDisc at Lismore is 10 down. Heading up to Christchurch, Jelly Park, Sam Page with a 9 down. Patrick Spinner at Bottle Lake goes 6 down. Connor at Warren Park, 6 down. Smallbone Reserve, where the tournament's going to be this weekend, although I hear that Ewan has a few spicy changes, 13 down. Over at Queen's Park Reserve, Sam Page again goes 4 down. What was the Jelly in Queen's Park? Yep. Then up to Blenheim, Taylor River, Darien with a 3 down. And then Brantford Park, former Christchurch man, but now living in Nelson, Ashton Clark with a 16 down.
Ooh.
What about the north?
So up to the North Island, starting off in Berhampore, and Brady Cush hits the hottest score of the week with a 12 under par at Berhampore. It's Lotte Pepper and Andrew Lecoq who go round Hikoi, at 4 under par. Sergei Sanin hits Harcourt for 6 under par, going around in a 48. Leon Krellin up at Flaxmere's 11 down. Spa Park Black Will goes round at 2 under par. Josh Pratt goes round Scion Tree Nursery at evens. Jackson Sullivan hits Henderson for 9 under and Woodhill for 7 under. And then Ben Upton and Luke Humphreys share the spoils up at Rosedale with 4 under par for the week. So now... It's on the subject of hot scores. Just before we go on, now I know you're a bit of a stats man, Arne. Have a guess.
Always a statsman.
Have a guess at how many unique hot scores or people who have hit a hot score there has been.
Okay, I'll apply some maths. How long have we been running for? 225 shows.
225.
I'm going to put it in the 300s. Late 300s.
So we have had, this is unique players, right? 499 unique hot score getters in the 225 weeks that we've been doing this.
Are you one of those?
So I am. I am. However, what that means is, of course, that we have we have one more spot. If you haven't been featured on a hot score and you get one in the next, whenever really, then you will be the 500th person to have achieved a hot score. An accolade indeed, and one to be put on the CVs for days. But anyway, on to the next part of the show. We are going to be welcoming in our guest tonight, who is three-time world champion. Good evening, Sarah Wadsworth. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm very well. I'm very well, and accompanied by Dad Paul. Good evening.
Caddy.
Caddy.
I'm the guy who carries the bag.
Very, very important job. Very, very important job. So excellent. So look. First up, congratulations. What an incredible achievement. I think everybody in New Zealand was following you and sort of secretly knew that you were actually going to be pretty good for the win, but obviously just wanted to make sure, and we're following it all the way. So congratulations. It's a fantastic achievement.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Does it get boring?
Did you feel that way? Did you feel that way? Sorry.
Yeah.
It gets boring.
Not really, but like I do it over and over again.
Now. Excellent. And so was it any different for you this time? Did you feel any different, or did you actually think, do you know what, this is feeling very similar to the last few times, so I kind of going through the motions, I know what I'm doing?
I feel like it was not too different to the other ones, but now that it's my third time doing it, I really know what to expect. So it's not like, oh my gosh, where do we go here? Where do we go there? Like, I know what it kind of is now.
Right.
Did you, because you obviously had the expectations of doing well, were there any extra goals you were trying to shoot for? Like, beating some of the older girls, or
I was just really
ratings,
playing my game, but like bogey 3 was really good. We were just playing up to our landing zones and then pitching up. If I had that birdie chance, if it was close enough that I know it's a guaranteed birdie, I'd obviously go for it. If it was just maybe a bit outside, soft bid. But yeah.
So how do you do it? How do you rock up and just not let that little voice in your head going, I know you've never thrown a thumber before, but this is a really good opportunity to do something really cool, and everyone will look at you and go, man, that's awesome. How do you do that?
Well,
other than Dad standing
I've never thrown a thumber before in tournament, but I definitely.
Neither have I.
Like I've never really practiced it. Maybe a couple of times, just mucking around. But I guess now that I'm up to that stage where I'm playing in harder courses, I definitely need to practice it more. But also, if I rock up and he's like, "Oh, you need to throw a thumber," I'm gonna be like, "No, I'm finding something else." But I will try. Okay, I'll try to execute it.
Excellent. Now, before we go any further, I just want to bring the giveaway into play, because there'll be a lot of people who would love to get their hands on one of these 2 discs that you're going to be showing us now. Oh my word! Hang on a second. That's not good. That's what I need to do. There it is. So now you've got 2 discs there. Just talk us through which ones, what you've got there.
Okay, so this is the 171 Leopard 3 Halo Star, and it's my world champ one.
Wow. So that's
very, very nice.
That's incredible. Halo disc with your name on it as well, which is superb. And
we've got a 173 Halo Mako 3 from US Women's.
US Women's champion as well. So look, if you want to get your hands on one of those discs, then you need to. We're going to do a duck race, and we'll do 2 duck races. I think we'll keep them quite short, but we'll do 2 races. In order to get yourself into the draw to win either of them or both of them. No, you won't win both of them, but we'll do either of them. You have to answer a question. Sarah, what is the question?
How much was my margin winning at US Women's?
What was your margin of victory now at US Women's? Now, this is interesting because we on the show.
Go on, Matt. Go on.
we made a prediction as to what your winning score would be, and we got to within about 2. So yeah, that's the digital delivery. The digital development team, did an incredible job there of making that guess. And so if you're not quite sure of what it is, then I think Arne, you're actually a little bit short there. So
yes.
There we are.
No, I've corrected myself.
It's Arne's second one that is the correct answer. So yeah, 58. Now, but I think we guessed. Well, I said we sent over and under 57.5, something like that. So yeah, did well. So if you want to have a chance of
pretty poor maths, really.
If you want to have a chance of winning one of those 2 discs, then you simply need to answer the question of what was Sarah's winning margin in her US Women's, and the answer was, of course, 58 strokes, which is insane. So yeah, right, Sarah. Now this year you were playing in FJ10 in your in the World Championships. I've got that right, eh?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, how old are you now?
Still 10.
Still 10. Okay. So next year, that means you step up to FJ12. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to that? How does that make you feel?
Like I'm a bit nervous, but I've also played with the girls in FJ10, like mostly all of them that I've moved up to FJ12. I mean, they're very good players in general, so I feel like I
should still smash them.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Okay. And so when have you got a plan to go back there next year? Because I heard that it got that they announced the location of the majors.
So we are planning to go back there. My dad's been playing around with some stuff. I mean, we were trying to figure out if we wanted to go to Europe or America, but I chose America. And we reckon we'll play Worlds and then US Women. No, US Women's, then Worlds.
No, Worlds, US Women's.
Worlds, US Women's, and then we might play Ledgestone or
and then we could fit in amateurs too.
Yeah, amateurs.
It's a lot of crisscrossing backwards and forwards. So, having looked at the schedule that came out just yesterday, I think it was, the US Women's and World Juniors being back to back, but one's in Pittsburgh and the other one's in Utah.
Yeah.
So it's getting from one side to the other, and then getting prepared for. It'll come down to cost, I think. Being in the Midwest for this trip, we had 8 weeks in the Midwest. It wasn't too bad. We had a car that was loaned to us for the whole time, and we stayed with families we'd met. So this time we're going to 2 new places. So
yeah, okay, yeah, that makes it. Yeah, that's difficult. I mean, we were talking about it before the show, how difficult traveling. Well, not difficult. No, we're sort of saying the attitude of the Americans is driving for 10 hours plus is, that's a good road trip for them. Whereas the Kiwis, you can probably get from one end of the country to the other in that amount of time, and we'll take a week doing it. Thank you very much. It's awesome. But I mean, just to be going back is, you're back to back world champ. Is the focus for you, Sarah, still on the world champ title, or are you starting to set? Is your your PDGA ratings going through the roof at the moment. Especially in the last sort of year. So are there other goals on your horizon other than just junior world champ?
I mean, I've said this a lot, but I want to play the pro tour event.
Yeah.
Nice. Or like first, like youngest kid to become a pro. But other than that,
it was interesting. After the Creators Cup, we had a very informal chat, but with somebody from the Pro Tour who said, because they heard Terry Miller mention that she has a goal to be the youngest to play a tour event. And they said, we could make this happen. And I'm like, yeah, she's 10. She went, yeah, did you not see what she did to hole 16? And I'm like, yeah, I get it, but there's still 17 other holes. But, I mean, they're open to the idea. I just said to them that I'd like her to do it on merit, not as a sideshow.
But, yeah, I mean, has the merit not been earned?
Yeah, yeah, true.
And you've got other people out there doing banking the age merit question for you. You look at Ida at World Pros. She was 15, 16.
She's 15, yeah.
Yeah, Alison goes over, wins FJ 15, but could have won FJ 18 if she had had a score good enough to win that. And so you've even last week in the World Amateurs, what was the average age of the lead card on day 2 or 3? Was it
14?
Yeah. So the merit, earning your spot on merit within the female game is just, it's done. It doesn't matter if you're good enough, you're old enough, right? So and it's clear that you're good enough. So here's a question for you. There was a stat that came up around there's only been 2 or 3 people that have won 3 junior world titles. Have there ever been anyone that's won 4?
Yeah. So, what's his name? He's got the men's world distance record.
David Wiggins.
Yeah. So he's won 5 in a row. So, he's won 5 out of 5 attempts. Yeah. So I don't know if they were in a row. And then I think it was Valerie Mandahano had won 3 out of 3. So she had 100%. So there's only been 3 with Sarah now with 100% record at a World Juniors.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's so there's some accolades to be chased, right? So yeah, I agree with you. Go and chase the pros. I mean, on behalf of NZDG, we love world champs. It's helping us push our case and keep annoying Sport New Zealand by sitting there and just go, look, we did it again.
The females have done exceptionally well this year. I mean, Amy Whitmore was she won US Women's, which is another major. Yeah, and was second at World Masters, picked up a podium in Europe, and then I think was it last year Nicola picked up a podium at World Masters. Yeah, the girls are really rocking it for New Zealand, and I can't wait to see Levi. Yeah, go over to the US and play some tour events because. Yeah, there's a real buzz amongst the community about New Zealand. One, they loved coming down here, and those that didn't asked me all about it because Gannon had mentioned he's super keen to come down. Cadence was super keen to come down. In fact, after she won at the Discmania Challenge, she's like, "How do I get an invite?" And I'm like, "I'll give it to you. I'll make a call for you." But they're interested in coming down, and they see, they see us out over there playing. Everybody knows Simon Feasy, everybody knows Levi Stout, and it's just awesome, like being in that community over there.
Yeah, no, and it is really people have their own thoughts on TDU, but this is the outcome of what having that worldwide eyes on New Zealand for a set of time has done. Even look at how it's impacting some of our players. I know we talk about Levi and we talk about Francis and things like that, but look at someone like Jack Maffey and what playing in. Jack Maffey has gone through leaps and bounds. Isaac Lader won his first, I don't know if it's his first, but he won Tucker's about a month or a bit ago. So those guys went and played several Hunter brothers, you know. So look, it's the game is developing. The PDGA, when we have conversations around it, they see it, they notice it.
Yep.
Supporting, you know,
Sam Lycan shot over his rating, you know, at some amazing courses, you know, all 4 rounds. So
it was the one where I was following Sarah and I was following Alison, but it was Sam when it was, you know, watching that player come home and go bogey, 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 and all he needed to do was par, I think.
Yeah.
And then he birdies the last hole. Kicked Sam out by one shot. So
one shot. Yeah. And then he turned up the next day, followed Sarah in the morning, Alison in the afternoon, entire round. Both him and Craig. It was awesome having them there. It was real having the Kiwis there for it. You know, Marne came round and Alison and Jeff came and watched a few of the early holes for Sarah and then went and as I found out last week, had her Panda Express.
Yeah.
But like just having that Kiwi community, you know, at US Women's with Amy being there, believe it or not, we hadn't planned to play doubles, but Sarah and her 11-year-old partner finished third at an FA1 at US Women's Doubles. So we had to book an extra few nights hotel, and we're sitting at breakfast the morning of the doubles, and out walks Amy. She'd arrived at 2 a.m, didn't have anywhere to stay, and they had a room. So it was awesome that we were able to be together at the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. So, I mean, and it must be being over there and being in that sort of atmosphere, just having some sort of familiarity, you know, like Sarah, you're winning a world title. We don't want to take away from that, but, you know, how much it must have helped someone like Alison when she's fighting, you know, just having a little bit of familiarity around her, not having everyone being a stranger, and just hearing that Kiwi accent, I suppose. Just in the background, just must give that level of comfortability that just.
I think we were more excited, or definitely more excited for Alison this year. It was, I don't know, you know, I won't forget Mane turning around and looking at me, and I had to swallow and get that dust out of the eye because there was a bit of wind around.
Yeah, a bit of pollen over there. Yeah.
But just, you know, having all those people around, and then the pros that we met as well, like they just, I don't know, they really welcome you in and embrace, and it's at all levels, you know, like some of the girls that were playing with, they treat them exactly the same, and it just inspires these kids to want to go out and throw more.
No, that's awesome.
I think Missy Gannon put it right. And I hope she's wrong when she says, I hope I'm retired when these girls start playing pro, because I hope a player like Missy is still around. But, you know, someone like her can see it coming. I think the juniors, I was going to say the next 5 years, but, gee, it could be even 2 or 3. You know, with Ida and Julia Fors, you've got Ida Nessie, Ida Lakdameki, in Europe.
Well, I mean, everyone on the stream knows I'm a relatively large fan of Kristen. And we look back in time and you look at the ripple effects that having a champion like Paul battling with someone like Ricky, and then having your Simons and your Eagles and whatnot, and what that did over COVID and after COVID for the boys game around the world, and see how many young people that developed. Then you bring in a year or two after COVID hits and disc golf is going good, and you have a superstar like Kristen come in the girls' game, and now look at the ripple effects that's happening. You're getting the same thing happen for the women's game, and from my point of view, selfishly from New Zealand, I want you to win more world titles, definitely, but I want to see you and Alison battling it out here in the years to come, battling for New Zealand titles and New Zealand tournaments, because it's one thing watching from afar and seeing you guys do well on the world stage, but I want to see it down at,
Southern Smash.
Yeah. So
hopefully we can attract a few to come down here from time to time as well.
Yeah. Well, you're a big fan of the Roxburgh Open, and as Wilkes announced that next year's going to be the last one. And
already booked our accommodation. We're there. I was born in Roxburgh, so I love going there.
No, awesome. So we'll get to see a little bit of a sneaky, might see where Sarah's.
That'll be a first FPO. I said to her, "You want to play FA1 or FPO?" And she said, "I want to play with Alison." And I went, "Okay, well, FPO with Nicola as well." So it'll be fun.
Awesome. Let's create a little bit of was it a little bit of banter around it, a little bit of rivalry going. Get some comments on socials going. Maybe create a little bit of a. Just joking.
Did you see Alison doing that? I think she's the nicest person in sport. I don't think she could chip somebody.
Yeah. Sorry, Matt, I've been dominating, but I've been
Not
trying to let you enter names into the draw. So
not at all, and you've been doing very well. I think I've got all the names, but let's just, as a reminder, just flash those discs up for us again, just so that we can see the ones that are available today. So, and Sarah's she signed one of them. She signed both of them. Fantastic. So it's a leopard free and a Mako free, I think, respectively.
That's good. Leopard free.
Both in halo plastic. Sarah Wadsworth's own stamped discs, so you can get your hand on one of those. All you need to do is put the number of strokes that Sarah won her US women's title by in the chat. Several people have done so already. I understand that there are actually currently 2 streams running, so apologies for that. I don't know why that's happened. We struggle to get one going sometimes. So to have 2 is quite the feat. However, if you put your answer into either of the streams, then you will get an entry. So yeah, do that. But on the subject of ladies disc golf, I think that all you need to do is have a look at the 2 players who are battling it out at the top of Worlds, right? Where you had Ida, who's 15, and then you had Own on the other end of the scale, who's in her 40s. And so when Missy says, "Oh, I hope I'm going to be retired by the time that like Sarah and Alison are coming through," I really don't think she's got much chance. I mean, because you can carry on playing this sport for years, right? So, and you can keep winning for years. Own's not slowing down. Missy strikes me as the kind of player who can play well into her 40s and longer as well. So, I think that there's every chance that that actually Sarah, when you get to 18, 25, whatever, and you're still, hopefully you're still playing disc golf and you are in your athletic prime, that actually you could be playing against these ladies. So I think there's every chance.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I mean, I've given up on trying to. You've been beating me since you were 8. So
I've just been avoiding the South Island arm. That's what I've been doing. I'm not going to come down there and be. I know when I'm beat. I don't need to be shown it.
Yeah.
No.
Are you happy with the stamps? I've got pretty much all of your custom stamp discs that you've had since you were even with RPM. So I reckon that's the cleanest stamp you've had.
Yeah, the world champion one. It looks great, especially on that color disc. I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Have you got any more for sale? I've been looking on, been trying to look on your Facebook page to work out.
Yeah, no, we've got them. You can contact us directly, or they're on. Chris at Vortica has on his page as well.
Oh, cool.
He bought some off us to resell, and which is great because everything comes back and will help. It'll help us plan for next year.
Yeah, exactly. Oh well, I'll be sending an order through just
we
to
got
ensure I keep my collection going.
I should be doing
Race
that.
Mega 3s.
I can read the list if you want.
Destroyers, got some beautiful destroyers.
Yeah, so in the US Women's, we have a Mako 3 Destroyer Wraith, Sidewinder Protoglow, Sidewinder Protoglow Mamba. The Junior Worlds Molds, we have Destroyers Race, Mako 3s, T-Bird 3s, Valkyries, Leopard 3s, and Mambas. Now, some of them might be sold out, but yeah, I have that one. Whatever it is, don't care what disc it is, I want that.
That is a destroyer. No, a Wraith.
Yep, done.
What colour do you call that? What colour do you call that? It's obviously pink and yellow, but like, has he got a name like
pink
bubble
was
gum
a lemon,
or something like that?
Was a lemon halo?
Is it?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Bubble gum, yeah. Hot pink.
Very much so.
The plastic's awesome, and it's been flying well for Sarah. Although since we in that time from going to Worlds and coming back, she shot up 2 inches.
All right.
Oh wow!
So that will explain why she wanted to just eat steak and sleep the whole time we were away.
Okay, so I've got a follow-up question to that. I've got a follow-up question, if I may. Now,
because that sounds like dream to me.
For somebody, well, as I also wouldn't mind growing 2 inches as well. 6'6". I'd love to an age where growing 2 inches in a short space of time isn't going to be a kind of alien thing. How do you think you're going to have to change how you either approach the game or how you practice in order to allow and account for this? All right, because I'm thinking from a biometrics perspective, right? Your form could well change, right? Because your arms are going to be a different length to what your brain might think they are. You're going to be at a different height off the ground. Or there's going to be lots of things that are changing relatively quickly, and it might take time for your brain to kind of catch up, if you know what I mean. And so, like, talk me through that. Is it anything you've given some thought to, or what are your thoughts on that?
I'd probably just like slow down my throw and then work on some stuff, and then when I think I'm ready, I'll put it back together and make it a bit faster.
We kind of had to do that while we're away. She was throwing really well at US Women's, and then one day, like for the first I think 9 holes, it was like she'd never thrown before. So we just slowed everything down.
Mm-hmm.
And discovered she was throwing it further. And now we've come back, we've just started putting it back together, and she's kind of averaging sort of 90 to 95 off the tee now, which is why I give her the disc and dry it.
95's not too far though.
It's far enough for
Yep.
most.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, no, just I don't even want to throw. Why bother?
Yeah. Overrated.
It's
The growing was interesting. I'd not had to deal with that before. Although I was lucky, I had plenty of dads over there who had daughters that have gone through. Genevieve Davis, who's the 11-year-old girl that Sarah played with, and we stayed at their private course. This year, she's gone up 6 inches this year. She's almost 6 foot at 11.
Far out.
Wow. See, because that's going to have a significant effect, I would think, on like your timing, on like not just how far you can throw, but the kind of the mechanics of how you throw as well. So I'm I think that's something that's really interesting, and but also has potentially got quite a lot of upside to it as well, because you think with longer levers you can potentially throw further, and so there's a potential lot of benefit to that.
Yeah. I just looking at the chat, looking at Craig's comment, I'd love a consistent 90-meter shot, 95-meter shot. I'd just love the ability to be able to throw that far, to be honest. I don't care whether it's consistent or not.
Well, I've got a 95-meter cliff over here, Arn. You can throw this down that if you like.
We put a slow-mo video up, was it today or yesterday, throwing at Ascot, and that was 94, wasn't it? Yeah. But it's kind of, we were able to do it in slow mo, and I was just interested to see where we were at after coming back. And growing is definitely interesting. And my recommendation is definitely just slow everything down to a walk in. You'll get more. What's that saying? Slow is
fast, fast is smooth.
Smooth, yeah, it was, yeah.
Smooth, yeah, smooth is fast.
Yeah, and it's so true. Like all of a sudden, the distance is easy. What she used to throw a fairway driver, she's now throwing putters. And it's and that was the other thing. We put away a lot of high speed discs and just played ones that we thought we could control.
Yeah. No, so what are your goals then for the next few months? Because you've got a few tournaments coming up. You've got Disc Daddies, Final Meltdown, and GCO. What are you kind of looking at there? What are your thoughts?
I'm excited to play them. Some more tournaments in New Zealand, because normally I just play a lot of tournaments overseas, but I get the opportunity to play here, and hopefully it's not too cold.
Nah, you'll be fine.
I'm really looking forward, actually, Sarah, to seeing you compete in FA1, in FPO, if you feel like it's the correct tournament for you, of course. And because I think that when you're going to be playing up against Alison, Nicola, Hayley, Michaela, etc., that's going to be a different test to perhaps you've had or experienced in the junior divisions in New Zealand, and so I think that's a great way to kind of practice something that you might not have had exposure to.
Yeah, it's time for some of them to feel the pain.
I mean, previously it was more about having to play 2 rounds in a day or length of course, but I think this tour, 8 weeks on the road, and we played. What was your favourite course?
Knockwood. Oh no, wait, Blue Ribbon Pines.
Blue Ribbon Pines. And they're quite lengthy, and I think she's got that stamina now to be able to keep playing. It was really nice at Blue Ribbon. They had the RPM basket.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's where. Yeah, that's what. It's where the
her and
held, right?
Young fella who plays MJ15, and I think he scored 2 aces at World Juniors.
Yeah.
They played doubles at Blue Ribbon Pines off the same one, or basically the same tees as the Go Throw tournament a couple of weeks later, and the pair shot neg 10. And the owner of the course was walking with us, just shaking his head, and I'm like, "Yeah, now you know how I feel."
yeah, exactly. No, awesome.
It was
right.
Should we do a duck race? Because I need to know whether
we're going to race some ducks. We're going to race some ducks. So you've got a minute or two to get your entries in if you haven't already. So or maybe less than a minute. You need to put the number 58 into the chat if you haven't already. You've got a second or two to do it before we kick off on the old duck race. Let me get the duck race up onto the screen. That's okay. You've gone away. There you are.
For our Aussie friends that I know are watching, because I did send the link, you can pick up Sarah's discs through Cross Tasman Discs.
Oh,
Cross Tasman.
Yep.
Cross Tasman Discs.
Cross Tasman. So Mark and Claire from Cross Tasman, they if it doesn't arrive tomorrow, it should be there by Monday. Their box, and they'll have some for sale. So
excellent. Okay, and Ryan Smale and Colin Hunter are the last two people to be in. We've got 28 people in the duck race. So we are going to get going in a second.
Which one's first?
It's going to be
that one.
We're going to do a sprint to start, okay? So a 30 second duck race, okay? Okay. Oh, some last minute people. Hang on a minute.
Oh, of course there is. Of course there is.
US.
Oh my word.
Is Louis too late?
All right, Arne, I need you to
to ad lib.
Yes.
To carry. So yeah, and our Aussie friends as well, if you wouldn't mind just clicking that subscribe button, that'd be very, very helpful. So Sarah, you're 10 now.
Yes.
What year are you in at school?
Year 6, but should technically be in year 5, but I'm in year 6.
Year 6, and what school do you go to?
Banks have just around the road from me.
Now, what does Banks have think about having a back-to-back world champion?
They're very proud of me. I know that. It's kind of weird being like famous, but being at school. For all the new kids that come, or just in general when I'm with my friends, they're always like, "Oh, she's a world champion. She's a..." I'm like,
Good stuff. And you're pretty good at other sports though, right? You're decent at athletics, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. And what are your accolades in athletics?
Shot put, discus.
Long jump.
No, I said discus. I hate long jump.
Oh, I thought you loved
long jump. Well, I've just got a little bit of inside scoop as well. I hear you're going to be on a TV show soon.
Yep.
What TV show are you going to be on?
What now? It's a kids' TV show.
Do you want to know a secret?
What?
When I was around about your age, I was also on What Now?
Really?
16 seconds.
What'd you do?
I wobbled a board.
Sorry, say that again. You wobbled a board.
Yeah, we were doing like an audio play, and I had to make a sound for the play. Yeah.
And what? You were the only one that could do it, or?
No, there was a whole bunch of people that had different things. So there was a guy that walked on gravel as well. So, I mean, it's just. What I'm saying is that Sarah's going to go on there because she's a 3-time world champion. So you are about to become as famous as me when I was 10 years old.
You're about to become as famous as somebody who wobbled a board and walked on gravel. That's high praise indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, it should be fun. We're doing filming with them on a separate day. They wanted Sarah to teach them how to play.
Yeah.
And then they're going to play against her, I believe, the hosts. So we've got a couple of discs that we're going to give away, that they can give away on the live show to some of the kids. Because any chance to put the sport in front of kids.
100%.
Absolutely.
100%. So, yeah, and you can look out the conversations around New Zealand Juniors Week are happening at the moment, so we're just working out when that's going to be for next year. So that's coming up, but also it's a what is it? A women's global event year next year as well.
Yeah.
So not just girls, not just kids,
March.
girls as well. So yeah, looking out for that. We're just sort of working out where we place the New Zealand Juniors Week. So we had, I'm going to get the numbers wrong, but it was a huge number of juniors that played those events across the country this year. So yeah, Kelvin and Ewan and Simon and whatnot working around in the background doing that. But actually, whilst I got the chance, I'll do a bit of a shout out, right? So for that juniors event, just because Sarah's on here and she's a great advocate for juniors disc golf. So as a part of the New Zealand NZDG Juniors Week events across the country, the Method and RPM discs did a custom stamp for us for the week for all the tournaments, and each club that ran an event got about 40 or 50 discs each. Now the whole plan is that didn't matter if they got rid of them, they can keep them and then they can give them out to other juniors as juniors come along and play. Then Stephen Dorey from the West Coast was helping Nelson and Marlborough run a secondary schools tournament and said, I know we missed out, but would there be any chance of doing another run? Well, quite a few of the clubs actually went and go, no, don't worry, we'll send you the leftover discs that we got.
Oh, awesome.
And sent them all to the Nelson and Tessa. I don't think they got enough for everyone, but I think we got quite a few. Calvin might be able to sort of chuck something in the chat about what we got there. So, it's just everyone putting in for the betterment of the game, which is awesome. So, how are we going on that?
I think we're good to run the duck race. Okay, so we're going to have a go.
Let's go.
Have a go, indeed. So let me see if I can get the right screen. Here we are. We are at the start of the duck race. You might have to watch on your own screens there, and we'll see how we get on. Hang on a second.
Yep.
If I do this, is it going to screw it up at all, or can I? There we go.
Here we go.
There we go. We're getting there.
I can see it now. We're
getting there. Sorry, everyone. As you can tell, I'm not as good as producer Tom at doing all of this. All of this kind of.
What's happened there? Oh, there we go.
Right, let's make this bigger. There we go. There is a lot of people. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? It's a 30-second quick duck race. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And we're away.
Right, I'm just going to be looking down here now.
So Craig Lycan looks like he's Spider-Man at the top's taking the lead. Mungo Jerry in the panda costume's doing very well. Nally, there's myself, number 12. Come on, let's go. Snowman Jamie Studio in third place. I'm leading by a length here, everyone. This is brilliant.
So far behind.
Oh my word! I've hit the wall.
Yeah.
Going backwards is coming through for the win, and there it is. Leah Ruddle is the winner.
Ruddle.
So congratulations.
So that was the first one.
Leah.
Leah.
Leah Ruddle, yeah, and we're going to do the race again for the second disc. And so, which is the second disc? The second disc is the world champion disc, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go then. Right, are you ready? Second race, Leah. You are cheering everybody on from the sidelines, and as you can't win twice, but congratulations to Leah. So here we go. I'm going to try and stay in the race a little bit longer than I did this time round. And Sarah, give us a countdown.
3, 2, 1, start.
Here we go. Brett Carlisle with an early lead. And I'm there again. Early leads are a bad thing. Arne Burgess is in third place currently. Steve, we've all caught a thermal or a current have gone right back. Greg Dawson with his distinctive mohawk is in the lead now. Robbie Gill, the colour matches his eyes, in second place. Brett Carlisle with a resurgence now at the top. And here comes Louis Hickson on the right, on the very top, wearing the mask. Louis Hickson, number 1.
guy who
Louis
held it up
Sullivan.
as well. Well done, Louis.
Indeed.
Well done, Louis.
Indeed. So congratulations,
Oh,
Louis.
this is about right, you know?
We're in a
Congratulations
10-second delay on our
Wow, he
screen.
came
for the
from miles
win.
back.
He did. He did. There is a little bit of a delay on the old
Just
comments
Lewis.
and stuff, so
Yeah.
apologies. But very well done. Hang on a second.
Got
I've got to
the
get rid of that duck race. It's just quacking
Oh,
in
that's-
my ear.
yeah.
Okay, there we go. Don't need that.
Congrats,
Lovely.
guys.
Well done to Leah and Louis. We shall Brett Carlisle robbed. Yes, indeed. The duck race giveth and the duck race taketh away. But
100%.
no fear. Look, Sarah, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show today. It's been great fun. We've learnt a lot, and it's fantastic to hear about your adventures and another world championship and another major. That's the third world championship and your fourth major, if I'm right. Look, we'll speak to you again, I'm sure, probably about the same time next year, with any luck. And but we'll see you on the course. We'll see you on the course before then. So look, thank you so much for joining us, and well done once again.
Thank you.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
guys.
Cheers.
See
Take
you
care,
all
fellas.
soon.
Bye.
Cheers.
Awesome.
Paul, if you wouldn't mind just staying on the call, that would be fantastic. Just mute your microphone, because if you leave the call, then the whole place is going to burn down, I'm afraid. So if you would just... yeah, that would be lovely. Anyway, right, there we go on. Fantastic to speak to Sarah. She's really... got an exciting few years ahead to you know.
I love the attitude, you know, the young confidence of the girl. And I mean, we talk about this, even the people like her, the people like Levi, especially in a New Zealand setting. Levi's very, very confident. He has high expectations for himself, and I think people mistake that for mistake the confidence for arrogance when it comes to Levi, but it's definitely not. No. We've got to get off the high horses and start supporting our champions. So, well done to her.
Indeed. Now, if you're disappointed at all that you didn't quite get the victory in the old duck race, because they can be a fickle thing, then no fear, because you can still enter our giveaway next week. Because, Arne, guess what?
Yes.
I don't know if you spotted what happened.
Yes,
whilst we were
I
talking
did
to
see
Sarah.
that.
We ticked over the 475 subscribers, which means that me and you, in lieu of Morgan,
we need
to have a look through our back catalogue. And
I know how to get into his house. I'll walk into his garage.
Good.
I'll grab a couple of prizes off the I'll grab a couple of prizes off the wall.
Good.
It'll be all good.
Fantastic. And we shall work out a little kind of package of maybe a couple of discs and a few bits and pieces. I'm sure I've got some stuff here that I can do. We'll be doing what will be a relatively large giveaway next week, I would have thought. So make sure you tune in to that, where our guest, following on our theme of having lady disc golfers in, we will have Hayley Flintoft on the show next week. So make sure you tune in to that. It's going to be a great episode. She's got some new stuff she wants to talk to us about a new disc golf enterprise that she's starting out. It's going to be very exciting. So make sure you tune in to that. Now, there also we had another New Zealander, or shall I say two New Zealanders, playing abroad this last week. Let's just have a quick look. Sarah's just chilling on the couch there. Probably best if I just remove the camera there. There we go. Now, this... Oh, my word. Hang on a second.
That's right. I assume you're bringing up our World Amateur Disc Golf Championship.
I'm trying to, yeah.
Trying to? Yeah. I'm seeing something happen. But, well, I just need to make a quick selection about my two discs that I'm now having to buy off Paul because I didn't win them. And please. And just actually a shout out, Paul did... just as he was hopping off, he sent me a message saying that they're going to be doing a clinic in Kurau on the way to Dunedin when they go down for the final meltdown. So look out for information around that. Kurau, Matt, whilst you're doing that, uh, I spent all of my summers there as I was growing up. My grandmother lives there, and
Ah,
they have just gotten a 9-hole disc golf course put in there about a year ago now. So really exciting that they're taking some stuff down there. Um, a town of about 200 or 300 people, but they have 3 pubs. So
oh, right, fantastic. That's a good
yeah,
ratio.
good South Island town. So
Yeah, fantastic.
awesome.
Now, playing in the PDGA Amateur World Championships just gone, we had our very own Johnny Wake, who was playing. We were following him all the way. He got on the feature card. I've not watched the feature card coverage yet, Arne. I don't know if you have
No,
or
not yet.
but I'm looking forward to tuning into that. Johnny placing 106th. I haven't spoken to him, but I suspect that he'll perhaps be a little bit disappointed with himself, as that we know and we've seen him shoot a lot better than that. But even so, what a brilliant experience to get over there and to play some fantastic courses, play against some really good players, and we've seen what playing in these kind of tournaments can do for people in the future, right? And can do for their kind of their kind of future play and their ability going forward. So,
Johnny's got a scary ceiling here as well, right?
Yeah, totally.
Right. We talk about our Levi's, our Hunter brothers, our Francis, but Johnny has just got a disc golf build, and he cheats. He plays with the wrong hand, so
he does.
that brings in an extra layer. So yeah, no, he following him on socials. I think the commentary is giving is he just couldn't get anything going. He opened with, I think he was either 5 or 6 over through the first 3 holes, and what that's got to do to you mentally, going into the first round, lead card coverage, and then bang 3 holes in, you're 5 or 6 over. That after all that preparation that he would have been through.
Yeah.
That would have been a really tough mountain to climb, and I think he just would have been playing mind games with himself. So I think he'll learn from it. But it was. I'm sure it was an amazing experience, and he was still in with a chance of making the cut. Like he was still there or thereabouts, despite the fact that he probably would say that he played some of his worst disc golf. So well done to him.
Yeah. Shot, Johnny. We look forward to you dominating lower North Island disc golf again very, very soon. The other Kiwi that played was Yolanda Lolahay Pauly, who came in 6th in FA1. Now, Yolanda is, several people in New Zealand will know Yolanda. Yolanda is lives in Texas, but was born in New Zealand.
Yeah, and flies the New Zealand flag.
Played nationals here in Christchurch and last year as well, 2024 nationals. So obviously is no stranger to New Zealand. Flies the New Zealand flag, and I was really, really pleased to see her competing and see her doing so well. And a Kiwi abroad is fantastic to see and to cheer on.
And another female.
Yeah, I mean, it's this is
just to continue on with the theme.
Absolutely. So well done to her. Absolutely fantastic achievement to come in 6th there. Now, there's 2 tournaments a bit closer to home that are coming up this weekend. There's the Midwinter Classic. So we're going to go through this first because tipping is open for the Midwinter Classic. Now, Arne, I don't know if you've...
I haven't looked at it yet.
Okay, let's have a look in a little bit more detail then, and I'll make this a bit bigger so people can see what's going on. The favourite for this weekend is Levi Stout with odds of 1.6 to win. You won't get better than 1 for him to on place odds. Francis second favourite 9.2. Isaac Latter 11.4. Outside of those 3, Jack Maffey's also pretty short odds. I'd say you're probably looking at one of those 4 or 3 of those 4 to make the podium. Can anyone beat Levi right now?
Well, I'm just looking at the place odds, to be honest. And so, interestingly, Isaac above Jack. I know he beat him at Tucker's. 2.3 is pretty good money. Yeah. Rona Pie, 3.9 for the place?
3.9, yeah.
It's not bad money as well, but yeah, look, it'll be tough for a Christchurch boy to come in. For a Christchurch boy to come in and beat the Dunedin Knights.
Yeah.
They'll be well weather ready for it.
Indeed, indeed. In FPO, Alison Tweedy takes on Nicholas Stout, 2nd versus 6th, with Alison tipped to win this one. In MA1, Lance Essen is the favourite, up against Jens Muller and Connor Bishop are the other two favourites in MA1, sorry. I don't think there's any age-protected divisions in this tournament, so hence why you find the likes of Lance and further down Wayne Brown, etc., playing in MA1. In FA1, Hannah Joint, Sue Brown, and Rowan Simmons are the favourites going into this event. And in MA3, Bailey Owens, Lachlan Evans are pretty closely matched for the victory in MA3. Okay, so that's the Midwinter Classic, which is this Saturday. If you're around on the Sunday, then the Ashburton Disc Golf Open is being played, and Daniel Hunter, ranked 4th in the country, has odds of 2.9 going into this over Andrew Popham in 6th. At 3.6. Jamie Hunter is at odds of 7.3. So yeah, I think that's there's maybe some value there in Jamie to hit the place, or even Jamie to hit the win, 7.3.
Yeah. Look, Ashburton's one of those courses. You look back to the last Smallbone Slam, I think it was. It was Phil Botha that went around and shot like 1,040 rated round or something ridiculous like that. And so it's one of those courses, because it's birdie or die, that it really could go to anyone. It's whoever's on for those 2 rounds. So looking forward to it. I know Ewan has got some plans to Ewanify a few holes. Okay. Some interesting interpretation of rules and things like that. He likes to add poles to baskets to make them impossibly tall, or bring them down low to the ground and add in ridiculous islands and things like that. But yeah, so he said he's been pretty vocal to people, saying look out for hole number 3, which I believe is like a 40-meter hole or something really short.
Up.
Normal.
Is that the?
No, it's just straight. It's just it's a really, but yeah, he'll put some ridiculous amount of OB around it or something like that to try and peel people back and destroy their souls.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Andrew Inch takes on Jason Ormandy and Clint Neo in MP40. In MA1, Duane Fisher, who took out the win a couple of weeks ago, is the top ranked player in MA1 and goes in with odds of 3.1 against Billy Roberts and Bailey Gardner. Going to be a good little battle that between those 3, I suspect. Yeah,
Billy plays Ashburton a lot because he works at Mount Hutt. He works. He comes here for the winter season, works the ski fields, and that's his localish course, I suppose you could call it. So, looking forward to someone giving Duane a bit of a challenge. So yeah. Indeed.
Amanda Hooper takes on Katie Schneider in FA1, and in MA40, Kurt Graham is the favourite, going up against Kelvin Cummings and Mark Paku here. Yeah, I mean, Kelvin I don't know if I saw him in Midwinter Classic, but playing in Ashburton on the Sunday.
Yeah, I think he's given that one as the Midwinter Classic as a skip and heading up to Ashburton for what seems like a nice disc golf weekend with the disc golf couple of the South. So
indeed, with Marie Cummings favourite to take home the FA40 trophy over Tanya Thompson, is odds of 2.5. In MA50, Gregor Brosnahan. Can you look past Gregor Brosnan to win MA50?
Who's he up against?
You've got Andrew Faulkner, Seb's dad,
yeah.
in
No, correct the name.
second,
It has to be Seb's dad until he gets higher placed on the Sweet Chain rankings. Look, Gregor in short technical courses is pretty unbeatable.
Yeah.
So it's a short course, small bone. Don't know if you call it technical, but it's definitely short, and you got to be accurate. So put in there. So yeah, I'll put a wee hot take out there. So I'm sure they'll all play the same layout. I reckon Gregor will be going close to the MPO boys.
Oh wow. Deborah Hunter is competing in FA50 and MA60. Robin Hall is the favourite over Wayne Doyle to take out the win there. Donna Cormack and Suzanne Booth go head to head in FA60, and in MA2, Dwayne Aberhart is the favourite going in over Dougal Jones and Connor Rabbage in MA2. Pretty tight field at the top. Could be any one of about 5 players who could take out the win here, and a pretty deep field, relatively speaking, as well. But there's probably some value a bit further down. In MA3, Ashley Poi Poi is the favourite over Nick Stratford at 2.5. Daniel Fisher out at 6.8 and bar. And in MA4, Josh LeBreton is the favourite at 2.3 over Christopher Irving. FA4 sees Alicia Maybe take on Nikki Dellaway with a slight advantage in the win odds. Chloe Graham competes in FJ18 and Tamati Graham takes on Noah Gardner in MJ15. Mackenzie Craig and Mason LeBreton competing in the other junior divisions. So a lot of disc golf this weekend.
A lot of disc golf in the south. Weather must be terrible in the north. No one's holding tournaments, but a couple of tournaments coming up in the north there, Matt.
There are, yes. There is a few tournaments coming up here. There is, I don't know if you saw this, registration opened earlier on today in the Topol Thermal Throwdown. There are 4 spots left. Now, this is an interesting tournament because they're running it as where the divisions are ratings-based rather than, pick which division you want to go.
Which division, right?
So you can play up, but you can't play down. Is what they're saying. So if you're and the divisional ratings for anyone who's still keen to get their hands on one of those 4 remaining spots is less than 970 is your blue rating, right? So you can't play it if you're over 970. There's only about maybe less than a dozen players in New Zealand who are, but anyway. Then it's 935 is the white division, which is the one after that. It's the second division, Divi 2 if you like. Divi 3 is less than 900, and then Divi 4 is less than 850, and then less than 800 is Divi 5. And it doesn't matter how old you are or whether you're a man or a lady. Everybody gets chucked into the same division purely based on your rating. Right, which I think is a great idea, and I'm really interested. We've spoken about it on the show before about how it's a slightly different way of doing it. I'm really interested to see how this plays out and like what it.
100%.
I'm unfortunately I'm not able to make it, but I know a lot of people who are, and so many of the old farts are going to be playing, and so I'll be talking to them about their experience and the way in which it works, about playing against different people. When I say different people, when you're an old fart, you're used to playing against other older people, right? You're not used to playing necessarily against
an 8-year-old that can smash the pants out of you.
That's right. But in this case, you'd be in the same division. So it's going to be an interesting one to see how that goes up in Topol. Also, Spa Park, best course in the country, top 100 in the world. If you haven't been there, go there, and it's going to be great.
Look, I think Dunedin's actually, that's the way they've done their divisions as well, is they haven't done it like Topol are doing it, but they've sort of looked at they've given you if you are this rating, you enter this division, and they will basically change you if you don't do it the way that they want you to be. So I think that's the reasoning around no age protected, is they've sort of put people into categories. Not the same, but the same. So I'm really, from an NZDG point of view, I think this is a conversation that has to happen. And like I did make a sort of tongue-in-cheek comment to you that maybe the reason it hasn't sold out yet is because all the sandbaggers aren't allowed to pick their division. So
you
yeah,
cynical man.
yeah. I say that, and no, I stand by my selection of division. I'm coming to Wellington, Matt. I'm coming to Wellington.
I'm really looking forward to seeing you in Wellington, actually.
Yep.
And you're coming to Wellington for the
Fault
Line Fury, which is taking place in November. I'll just bring
Yes.
we've got the list of events up on the screen now.
Cool.
So but in September alone, right? We're nearly in September. There are 9 PDGA sanctioned events up and down the country in 1 week, in 1 month, of which there's only 4 weekends, right? It's not like it's one of those weird months that's got 5 weekends. There's 4 weekends in September, and there's 9 events, which is brilliant. So if you're in,
how many of those? They're all 1 days, right? They're pretty much all 1 days.
No, yes, you're right. They are all 1 days, which is fantastic, right? So there's Rotorua, Christchurch, Palmerston North, Dipton, Hastings, Wanaka, Christchurch, Tiarnau, and Dunedin. So all over the place. There's an event for you in September. So make sure you get along to one or many of those. And then in October, that's when we start getting into spring, and we start seeing some regulars on the calendar coming up with the Extreme and Moonbase. Fault Line is where we'll see you up in Wellington, and then the GCO at the end of November, and then of course there's Sweet Chain Nation, which is rounding us out. We've got 7 events in the calendar so far. We're just putting the finishing touches to the players pack, and so we'll be releasing a little bit more information about how you can get involved in playing one of those events. Again, just as a reminder, if we haven't talked to you about Sweet Chain Nation before, you haven't heard about it on the show, what we're attempting to do here is we're attempting to have a day where the most number of people who have ever played sanctioned disc golf in one day play it on this day, on December the 13th. Think of it a bit like the Aussies do their Aussie Disc Golf Day, where they try and get a day where everybody, they have tournaments all around the country. Similar kind of idea, all right? Sweet Chain Nation, we're going to be all over the country. Auckland, Invercargill, Taupo, Christchurch, Westport, Wellington, Queenstown. There's an event near you. And so, we'll have more information on that. The Wellington event is going to be played at Moonshine, which is a relatively new course, or it will be a new course, up along the Hutt Valley. So that will be a new course for a lot of people, which will be great. We're working on getting some custom stamped discs, and so everybody will end up with who plays in the tournament will get a custom stamped disc, which we're working on now. We'll have a bit more information on that. We want to make it as easy as possible to get into and to access, so we're looking to make it as cheap as possible, right? So the Wellington event, for example, we're looking at about $25-30 for the day. All right, so it's going to be easily accessible. We want to see as many people playing as we can. See if we can see how high we can get it in terms of numbers of people playing sanctioned disc golf in a day.
100%.
Right. Now let's play some distal. Should we play some distal?
We'll play some distal. I would love to play some distal.
Right. You're the guest. Have a go. What do you go for?
T-Bird 3.
A T-Bird 3. That was one of the discs that Sarah had, wasn't it? Or,
yes, it was. It was one that I purchased. Yeah.
Here we go.
T-Bird
3. Well, it's completely wrong almost. So it's a lot slower. It's not Innova.
Yeah.
It's got a higher glide and a lower fade. So it's a more neutral flying, non-Innova, slower disc. So I putt with a Keystone, right? So I'm going to go with Keystone because that's pretty neutral, I think.
Yep.
And it's not Innova. Oh my word, Arne! I don't know if you can see this on the screen. I'm sure you can.
I'm 15 seconds delay.
Oh, are you really?
15 seconds delay. So you'll get a from me soon.
Good, because we've got all the information we need. Apart from.
Okay. Yeah, let me analyse my information.
What do we think? What do we think, chat?
So we are Keystone is latitude, is it not? No.
Sorry, Keystone
is latitude, right?
Yeah, it's latitude. Yeah. It's
latitude. It is a 2-speed It is same glide. Okay.
It's 0-1.
So
So I'm thinking it's a 2-speed, like a
Hope?
Mercy.
Mercy?
Yeah, I don't. To be honest, I picked up a Keystone 4 or 5 years ago and went, this is for me. I'm not
This is it.
I'm not using anything else.
I'm gonna go Hope. A Hope.
You're gonna go Hope. Well, I put Mercy in, and I was very,
Mercy.
Mercy
Sorry.
came in as 2401. Just one bit of glide short. So yeah.
Oh, it's a Hope then.
So you reckon Hope? Let's have a look at a Hope.
Yeah.
I've got a Hope actually in my bag. I don't know where it is. But anyway.
Now we're going
let's
with
have a look. A Hope
Which,
is
by
a
the way,
2301. Are there any other fellow Latitude nerds out there? A Dagger. A Dagger's too stable, Mikey. I think.
And Pure's a 3-speed, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm struggling now.
Can I just point out that Hope is the worst name for a putter?
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the name of it, honestly.
It's the worst name.
They could have come up with
You should have, you've got Trust, which is a 5-speed. That should be your putter. You should trust your putter. You shouldn't have a putter that you're hoping to go in. But anyway, rant over.
Can anyone give us a go? Mikey says Dagger, but I don't think it's Dagger. Right. Come on, let's have a think. Whatever. Marie's saying Dagger as well. We've got 2 votes for Dagger. Should we just go for it? Because
okay, yeah, we're going to go for it. I can't think of another Latitude putter.
Here we go. I'm going to guess Dagger. Egg on face incoming. So we'll just. It's a Dagger. Okay, I give up.
It's a Dagger.
Okay. Well done, Marie. Well done, Mikey. Yeah. I clearly don't know my Latitude discs, or at least I don't know them outside of the discs that I bag. So anyway, very good. Now let's have a quick look at the power rankings before we go. These are up to date as of the day of. I'll start again. A Day at the Bay, which was obviously played last. That was played last week on the 17th of August. So these aren't these. Weren't any events last weekend, so these haven't changed since last week. Hayley Flintoff leading the way in the ladies division. Alison Tweedy goes this weekend at the Midwinter Classic. Amy Whitmore is still abroad.
Yeah, back in the States, I think.
I think so. Michelle Simpson's got back recently, I think, after having a bit of a holiday after Europe. Michaela Coe, and then Nicola Stout takes on Alison in Dunedin. So yeah, that's where the battles are this weekend in the ladies division. And in the men's division, Levi Stout and Daniel Hunter, Francis Orange, Andrew Popham, Isaac Latter and Jack Maffey all in action this weekend. In either the Midwinter Classic or the Ashburton Disc Golf Open. So we shall see who, if any, can make any inroads or improve their ranking, following those 2 events this weekend. Now, tipping is open and will be open for both of these events until Midwinter Classic until Saturday morning, Ashburton Open until Sunday morning. Remember that it is the final month it's the final month of the Sweet Chain Tipping Season 3 with 9 events coming up in September, right? So it could go any way, right? We've got so many events. And they're all one days as well, right? And we know what can happen in one day is you can get surprise results, whatever. So there's lots of opportunities still to win. Let's just have a quick look actually at the leaderboard for this season. Jeff Lewis is at the top, and he's committed nearly half his balance this week on bets. But look at this, lots of people have put some bets in here. I suspect actually that a lot of people have lumped on to, or Isaac Latter's bet on himself to win the Midwinter Classic. Get on, Isaac. Fantastic work. Josh Pratt has gone all in on Levi Stout, as has Owen Pratt as well. But I was expecting more bets on Levi, but we shall see how that pans out. as we will find out next week.
Cool.
I think that's about it from us from this week. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember to make sure that we've got all the technical difficulties working and stuff. If you could hit the like down below, that really helps us out. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, because you know what's happening when we hit 500. That's going to be the biggest giveaway we've ever done. We might just, I don't know what, I'll give away everything. So that's all coming when we hit 500. So we'll have another giveaway next week, and Hayley Flintoff on the show. Arn, have a fantastic week.
Same to you.
And we shall see you next time. And very best of luck to those playing in the Midwinter Classic and the Ashburton Disc Golf Open, and wherever you're playing disc golf. Take it easy, play well, get some birdies, and we'll see you next week.